or is he?
The thing is, the fairy's got such a low grapple that it's hard for me to just feel out. So the fairy's grapple is CMD is 6.
7 with Bard Song?
I don't think Bard Song affects the CMD, which is like an AC versus however, his CMB is not all that great.
God, I hope it's 2.
It is 5. So he gets an 8. So he's able to maintain the grapple, and then he move actions to close the grating. So the grapple is ended. The thing is in its cage, and then on Professor's turn, the unseen servant's just gonna let him out. He says something like, "Right, where's that key?" He's now glancing back towards his desk. There may be a key for the cage instead of just a little latch, which suggests they take the fairy out. I'm not too sure. There is a jumble of equipment that is beside the cage, like in a bag. You don't know from just glancing at it from afar what the intent of the jumble of equipment, which also looks like some sort of metal cage and a tube going into the metal cage. It's some straps and some pokers. You don't know what this jumble of weird equipment is.
Okay.
But Yargan's looking back at his desk because he's got his hands on the door and he's looking back at the desk, and so he grappled, moved, and he could take a 5-foot step. So he's basically going for his desk. So he's left the cage to its own devices. Luudo, back in the other room.
Well, he's dead, right?
Well, now he's being cooked by the ball of flame that he fell inside of. Oh, there goes his disguise. You see all the makeup bubbling on his skin, and he's blackened. Horrible smoke wafting up into the room.
How tall is this bat?
The lip of the bat, it's probably pretty low, so maybe only 2 feet off the ground.
Yes. All right. Well then, I guess I'm just.
You are only 3 feet tall. You could hide behind the lip.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I'd be down, right? Wouldn't that put me in a bad?
No, you just hunch.
Okay.
Be around the corner.
I'd like to stealth around the corner of this vat then.
Yeah, this table is probably only 3 feet off the ground, so 2 feet, and then you're 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
So that's like you and I saying, could I hide behind
the couch,
a wall of the speakers over there?
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so give me a stealth check. That's right.
Yes. 100 plus. What are we looking at? 11, 13. Sorry.
Okay, you hunkered down. Now, all the kids know where you are because they were watching you doing that. However, anyone coming into the room, you have a stealth of 27, which
I have just intimidated these children after they watched their buddy's head.
Now, that was a move. You could take a readied action.
Already an attack? Yeah.
Yeah, so you ready attack to anything that comes near? Good. Giggles. Well,
Schmiggles.
There is a door that opens, revealing the face of a very, very ugly half-orc.
Of course.
The half-orc is wearing quite heavy armor. It looks like it is a nice suit of breastplate, but he's wearing superfluous chains and other things kind of over top of it.
He's that ugly before we do anything to him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He is wielding in one hand right now in one hand anyways, a very massive axe that he was just dragging up the stairs behind him.
Naturally.
He's got a sap at his belt. And the more immediate concern is that there is a dog that was ready to come out that is now kind of running out of the room. It will go on his turn, however. So he opens the door and then moves forward towards Manny. Now, you've got a readied action because you didn't take any movement out in your turn. You can combine a readied action with a 5-foot step. If you attack from around the corner, there's cover from where you're hunching.
I'd still have cover.
Oh, and then yes, and then he doesn't. Does he see you? That's the.
That's the big.
If he rolls a 20, he can't see you, so he doesn't know you're there. He's staring at Manny. Watch this. Watch this, then. He's like wielding his axe in both of his hands now. What are you doing?
I mean, I might as well take my. Well, yeah, I'm gonna take my swing at him.
Okay, are you doing that from cover, or are you hopping out and stabbing him? If you do it from cover, that's a +4 to his AC.
Well, what's that advantage for me? He can't.
He would have to move to get rid of the cover.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it with cover. That great axe is not looking friendly.
Okay. He could just 5-foot step to get you. So.
Right.
Alright, so you're jabbing out at him as a readied action, which means your initiative goes to his initiative.
We just have Bard Song, right?
We do.
Okay.
Well, we have Bart Song.
My God. Roll a 1, total of 9.
Okay. You stabbed out at him right into his armor. You guys are now tied in initiative, so I think there's a roll-off between you and him to see who will go first in the next round. Just roll a d20. He gets a 9.
Is that a critical failure?
17.
Oh, a 1 is a critical
Yeah, I
failure.
was gonna say
So you'll go first in the next round. However, a 1 is confirmed the critical failure.
Time to get my head smashed in.
It's a critical miss. Yeah, any 1 is a critical miss. I've got so many windows that.
Yeah.
You need to roll an attack roll again to confirm your critical miss.
Oh, God.
22 would have hit.
Come on, 22.
Would.
Please hit.
Yeah, your 22 would have hit, so you don't need to roll a confirmation. It's not a true critical miss. But yeah, you came out. Oh wait, with his +4 cover,
Oh, God.
his AC is 21. All right, you wish.
Especially, and he's still flat-footed to it, so.
Yeah.
He doesn't look super dexterous,
No,
honestly. So
with his flat-footed, that would have became 20.
yeah.
Okay, you dashed out. Clink! You hit him. You hit him in one of his greaves, and you're not one of ours. Gaedran's lambs. I think after watching a guy burn to death, they're just collecting their weapons and moving to the edges here. They seem to be cowed by this Giggles person and the dog that's coming into the room. They're actually climbing up on the tables and chairs. Like this is a well-practiced game.
Seems fair.
They're helping each other. They're maybe afraid of the dog when it comes in here.
They look like they're about to start a musical routine, honestly.
They're waiting for the Bard Song to stop, and then whoever doesn't get a chair.
I'm thinking Hard Knock Life or...
Alright, Pitbull comes running around the corner. There's cover when it moves, so it doesn't provoke any attacks of opportunity. It sees Luudo, you're a little thing, it's used to attacking little things, being sicked on the little things, it's going to try to bite you. There's a really, really angry Pitbull. A dog is not a impressive D&D monster, although AC 18.
No.
No?
With Bard's.
That song does not affect AC.
And it hits.
Okay. Luudo gets chomped on for 3 damage, and then this type of dog is going to try to lock its jaws as it gets a hold of your arm,
Naturally.
and it gets a grab attempt, so it gets to make a grapple attempt. What is your CMB?
It is 15.
It's an 8, so no, it just tears some of your shirt and leaves a ragged wound, and it's still barking at you, making lots of noise and trying to bite you. Plek, the Tooth Fairy, is going to. It's going to delay.
Just delay.
His facial expression changes, and he's looking all hopeful towards Ferosae. His ears go down. Actually, his ears kind of like pop up, almost like he's making a cute expression. He's smiling at her. Can't cast spells. Think he's just going to delay. He was almost going to walk up to the bars and kind of touch it, but his hand kind of like the bars seemed to smoke a little bit as he touched it.
And we know that he doesn't like touching the bars. We saw that. We got that intel.
Yep. Professor, the unseen servant opens the door. Little thing looks around like it's too good to be true.
I will cast Illusion of Calm on myself.
Okay, the professor is now, no matter what action he's making, just appears to be just standing there calmly.
And I will step into the corner of the room. As part of that move, can I command the servant?
No.
The
Move to command.
5 foot and command?
Yes.
5 foot in command, yeah.
Okay, I will command the servant, close the other door.
Okay, so the servant's already taken its actions for this round, so it's
Yeah.
going to move and try to close the other door. What's the range of the servant?
It can move 15 feet, and it can't be more than 30 feet away from me.
Okay.
Does that delay to the Tooth Fairy?
Yes, the Tooth Fairy is going next, however, the 7 is the big lizard. You don't know if the big lizard's doing anything.
You've skipped Zephyros.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Zephyros, what are you doing?
So Zephyros has got one more movement left in his flaming sphere. He is going to move it onto the dog.
Okay.
The dog has to make a DC save. Or has to make a...
You roll the flaming sphere onto the dog. Oh no, the dog. Reflex save +3.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
5.
I'm sorry that I'm laughing.
Alright, the very angry pit bull has got 10 hit points.
That's some good damage we've got over there. 3d6 +1. Ah.
Alright, the dog is bloodied because of that. It's growling and yipes a little bit after it gets the flaming sphere moves into it, skitters away. Of course, these are 5 foot squares, so there's lots of room.
Okay, so Zephyros can still do something. He's just made the one move action so far.
Yep.
So he is gonna shoot a magic missile onto Gaedran.
And is this the last round of the flaming sphere?
That's the last round of the flaming sphere, so you can. That's why I marked it.
Okay.
Okay, and then he's gonna shoot a magic missile onto Gaedran.
Okay, as Yargan's making his way back to his desk, 2 missiles come flying out. These only.
Oh, you're up to 2.
Is it up to? Am I up to 2 already?
You're 3rd level. That's 2
yeah.
missiles and
Oh yeah.
2d4 plus 2 damage plus 1 for it being an evocation spell.
2d4 plus 3. Nice.
Yes.
Don't I get +1 on each of them?
No.
Oh, just in total. Okay, so it's 2d4 plus 3. That's 7 damage.
7 damage? Okay, he looks pissed off as your magic missiles go flying into him. He's also very afraid that the Tooth Fairy has been let out.
Zephyros just looks at him going,
Okay. Plek the Tooth Fairy delayed until after The professor did his thing, so it's now going at 5. So that's not that delayed.
Get him, Tooth Fairy!
Ferosae and the Tooth Fairy are now tied.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll or do you want to let it go first?
I'll let it go first.
Okay.
I'm curious.
It's going to fly out of the cage.
Get it!
It actually walks out of the cage and is kind of, I know the unseen servant is there, but it's on the desk. It basically 5 foot steps out of the cage. Sleepy time! It starts doing this little spell dance as it started to cast a spell. Yargan is now hurrying. Alright, Plek is casting a spell called Sleepy Time. Ferosae.
Pixel flies over to Zephyros, and Ferosae casts Obscuring Mist.
Okay.
That's very nice.
Mist fills the doorway, or fills the both offices, and Pixel moves away. Kind of buzzes near Zephyros' head so that you know where she is.
So now Zephyros can no longer see Yargan, right?
Yeah, you can only see 5 feet into the mist, I believe.
Yeah, unless you're me, in which case you can see 15 feet through it.
Is it 5 feet because of reach? Can I not see my entire reach?
No, it is just the thickness of the fog.
Okay.
So Manny's now got. What do you think he's going to do? Whip a rock at the dog and get that out of the way?
Well, can he see Yeah, that guy's tall enough to be seen, right?
Yeah. I think he's going to get rid of the dog that's biting at you, so you have free range of movement. So Manny's going to whip a stone at the dog. He is going to deadly aim, and he's got point blank shot. So that is
30.
Bard Song was 11. Deadly aim drops that back down to 10, and then point blank shot adds 1, so
11.
back to 11. Yeah.
31, critical.
Critical threat. Roll to confirm critical hit against the dog.
Nice!
That would have been great against the.
Roll to confirm. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, roll percentile.
I was wondering where those guys were.
Yep.
It's here. 8.
Darn.
Yeah. That's about a weak critical.
Now that's how you kill a dog.
That's how you murder a dog in front of kids.
Awesome adventure, Marty. It's reduced critical damage plus, but 1d6 to a random ability score. Okay, let me check the crit on his staff. His staff crits at ×3, so
okay.
it's
so it's
times
2. Okay.
How much damage does he do with this rock? With deadly aim, it's +9. With point blank shot, it's +10. With Bard Song, it's +11. So
Dog is down.
He's rolling 4d6 plus 22 damage. 4d6
Oh, wow,
plus 22 damage.
Holy shit.
Plus 20. Oh, right. Jesus Christ, that would have been amazing. Okay.
Right.
35.
That's like nuking a dog.
35 damage. Okay, the dog is.
That's enough to send it to a
-25.
farm upstate.
The bullet goes between its eyes and buries a hole into the creature's head. It's got like basically a gaping new orifice. It's like Cyclops dog for a brief moment before it just falls over. It is definitely dead. Just out of curiosity, what ability score got drained? It was Con, and its Con got drained by 4.
Oh! It is turbo dead.
Yes.
Jeez, that would have.
He's just kind of like.
Would have taken Gaedran halfway. That would have taken Gaedran maybe down.
Sorry. is what he says.
It died so immensely it created a black hole.
He says sorry to the dog, but then he turns to Giggles and he goes, "You're next." And that was an attack, so he still has a move. So I think he's going to
5 foot left.
move all the way in to threaten the guy. We want to draw him out, right?
Right.
Well,
Well,
he'll have to move a bit, or
Yeah, he moves to here.
yeah. That seems like
He goes across the battlefield, kind of avoiding the guts or the splatter from the killed pit bull, and he basically says to him, "You're next."
A challenge, yeah.
And Giggles is laughing. Not surprisingly, Hookshanks is dead. I'm just going to remove him from the initiative sheet. Malbut is stuck in the other room. He's going,
What is going on up there? I can't see a thing. Is that smoke? You better not be fire. I'm stuck in here. Does anyone need healing? Hello? Hello?
Gaedran, you hear in the mist the door opening. Ferosae can see through 15 feet of this mess, so she sees the big lizard. And Gaedran crawling along the roof. In the mist. He's opening the door from above. And he says some word down towards the lizard. It does not appear to be in common. It's draconic. And he says, "Attack." There's this weird low groan from some lizard-like thing. Pixel doesn't see it, so she's trying to warn Zephyros. So that was Gaedran basically moving and opening the door. Yargan moves to his chair. And
the fog.
oh, the fucking fog! So you can see through this stuff. So he moves into the fog and now is looking for the key.
Okay.
He rolls a 1 on his perception check. You can hear him moving papers around and trying to find the key for the cage. If only he was organized. Luudo.
Yes. Well,
There's a massive orc.
I'm gonna stick with my buddy here. And I'm out of cover, obviously, right? He knows I'm there.
Yep. Yeah, you're no longer stealthy.
I'm just gonna attack. Sure.
Are you stepping out or are you staying behind your cover?
Stay behind cover.
Okay, so his AC is 21 with the cover.
21.
Okay, so you dart out. Clink! This time you actually get through the plates on his feet. For 4 damage. That does not slow him down, however.
Stab!
Now you have cover, so you could move away.
I mean, okay. Move away is in just anywhere I want.
Yep.
Oops. Go with the trackpad. I mean, okay. So it was here. Oops. I'm gonna stay.
You gonna stay? Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna stay in cover. Giggles. Well, I think he's gonna commit a wrong maneuver.
Maybe it's the flank.
Actually, he's gonna go like this. He's gonna two-hand his axe into Manny for killing his dog.
You killed my dog. That wasn't very nice.
And I don't know why he's nervous and laughing. Don't like it. And that great axe is going into Manny's head.
No! Got Manny's head!
AC 19.
Gets him. Wait. Yeah. Yep.
For 17 damage.
Ooh.
He tries to block with the staff, and it ends up getting pushed anyways into his chest, and there's a horrible wound. Manny's got 42 hit points, so he's not bloodied quite yet. The creature only has 1 attack.
Okay.
Thankfully. Gaedran's lambs.
Take out the little one. Take him out, or I'm gonna pick one of you before you go with Gaedran. No, we don't want to go to that horrible place. Get him then.
Don't do it.
Come on, guys, we don't want to go to the manor. And they are all picking up things to throw at Luudo.
Let's kill some kids.
It's just
Don't kill him. We need at least one of them to survive.
him. Get out of here.
I'm not sure which one.
And they're throwing rocks. Looks like they're throwing rocks from distance, so improvise gets rid of all of the bonuses, so 0, -4, so they're 7, 1d20, -4 attacks. And it looks like they're at second range increment, so it's -6. AC 4, AC 1, -2, 3, 1, 14, and 3. So a bunch of like tools and rocks and things are getting pelted your way. They're not very effective at this. If like a wrench hits you in the head, it might hurt. But they're trying to follow Giggle's orders, but they're not doing anything effective. The angry pit bull, I'm just going to remove from the initiative sheet because there's no coming back from that.
That's dead.
Zephyros, you can hear the low sound of some bull lizard-like creature growling in the mist. You heard the door open.
And Pixel gave me a warning as well, right?
Don't know if Pixel said anything.
No, Pixel couldn't see anything.
Can't see through the mist.
She could hear someone said something.
Okay, so if Zephyros
Oh,
moved...
Pixel, correct.
Yeah.
Ferosae didn't say anything. Ferosae is still playing music or singing?
She's lingering it, so she's not actually doing anything at the moment. I figured I'd say something on my turn.
Okay.
So Zephyros can take a 5-foot step, right?
Yep, you still see mist in front of you.
I still see mist in front of me, but that will prevent them from just walking out. They gotta walk into me, and then that will provoke.
I think misty area is still a mischance, so it's a good thought.
Well, he's big, right? I mean, you can't move through my square, so he's gotta move through my square to go anywhere.
That's great.
So if I do that, and then I still have a line of sight to these little kids.
Oh God! Don't kill the kids.
Yes, you do.
We need at least
I
one
can
of them.
I can no longer see Gaedran.
No.
I'm just trying to think if this is worth...
You could probably see Giggles too.
Can I see Giggles?
You take up all 4 of these squares, and one of those squares is right up at the doorway.
That's true. So it's probably worth...
I don't know, maybe.
It's probably worth putting another flaming spear on top of Giggles.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly before you took the 5-foot step, you could see him.
Yeah, I'll put a flaming spear on top of Giggles.
Vapor obscures all sight, including dark vision, beyond 5 feet. A creature 5 feet away has concealment. Does that mean the creature next to you has concealment, or the creature 2 squares away from you has concealment?
I think it's the creature 2 squares away has concealment.
Creatures further away have total concealment. Or is it 5-foot step, so...
It's an interesting question.
We're going to say the people next to you have 20% mischance, and then you can't... You have to actually be next to the creature to...
Okay, a creature within 5 feet has concealment,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it obscures all sight beyond 5 feet.
That's what I mean.
that has to be true. Yeah.
So you still can't see it, but you can hear it, and there's something bad coming this way. But you can still see the children, because part of your body is out there. You perfectly can see into the room.
What about you? He can see Giggles, though, right?
He can actually see Giggles, yep.
Okay, so but what are we saying? We're saying that if Gobblegut tries to move out and moves into my square, then he provokes, but not within 5 feet.
If he tries to move through your squares, somebody can move right up to you without provoking. And there's
Correct,
also a clause of concealment doesn't provoke, but
Correct.
you're clogging the doorway.
Exactly. So he has to move through my square.
Yep.
Okay. So given that, I'm still going to put a flaming sphere on top of Giggles.
Oh, you've got another one?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Burn him!
Alright, so the burning sphere that appears around Giggles. Oh, now that you recognize that he had a low dex score, you're picking on it, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Giggles has a reflex save of something whopping here. They not included saves? You're gonna make me. No, there it is. +2.
Got to hit 19.
Oh man. 4.
That does not do it.
Okay, there's a flaming sphere rolling around, cooking him underneath his armor. Ah! He already looks sweaty, like he might work around something that is causing the choking smoke coming out of the top of the slurry pipe, but this is a magical fire and it's cooking him in his armor.
So Zephyros, as he does this, he just says to Ferosae, "I am cooking Giggles."
Well, that's not very nice now, is it?
That's 9 damage.
You hear a voice coming from above where the growling kind of large lizard is. It seems to be coming from the ceiling, and it's just the creepiest voice that comes up, that kind of crawls into your head. Giggles takes 9 damage. He is hurt because of that, but he grunts from the pain, and it looks like he's been burned many times before. The big lizard's coming out. It can now see you. Do you have knowledge nature, Zephyros, which you could roll on your turn? The big lizard does have a collar and a length of chain that just seems to be going back into the mist behind it. It gets excited when it sees a thing and just simply attacks. Big lizard lunges forward, hits AC 18. There is a 20% miss chance, which it gets through.
AC 18 would have hit. I've got mage armor going, so I'm on 16. So that would have hit.
Okay, this horrible thing snaps at your feet, doing 10 damage.
Roll D4.
We've got to find out if it's a mirror image first.
Right, there are images. It is you.
Okay.
Hey, you saved those images for.
Save the images for better days.
That's nice.
That's nice. You're gonna be
This
happy. About
horrible kind of groaning thing lurches forward. It attacks you. It latches onto your leg, your real leg. It does 10 damage, and then it has a special power called Grab. It's going to try to grab you and put you into a death roll. So your CMB, it rolls a 17 on its CMB. Now, you're a big guy.
Okay.
Did we figure out Zephyros' CMD?
CMD is 20.
Wow, okay, so it tries to make you roll. Elephant Man's not going anywhere. It does not establish the grapple to try kind of twist, although 10 damage is significant for any character. That was the big lizard. Professor.
I will say
So
to
your
the
last-
servant
Belay that order. Follow me.
Okay.
and 5-foot step. Can I, as a standard, I can only move 15.
Its speed is 15?
Mhm.
Okay, so get double move 15.
Oh, nice. Can I spellcraft check whatever that Faye's doing?
Yep, you can free action spellcraft check.
Oh shit, that gives me another move or something. 22.
It is casting sleep.
Do I know what, like, sleep's area of effect is?
Yeah, you also know it's limited by hit dice. There's a 2d4 roll for sleep.
what I'm trying to get at is, am I safe out here from getting?
Oh yeah, unless it's targeting you, but it's looking at Yargan.
Okay, good.
And it was smiling a very nice smile at Ferosae.
Yeah, some anesthesia, and then you do a little dentistry. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that little thing. It's just full of glee, full of dental glee.
And then
It's doing a little sleepy dance. Yargan's like in the mist trying to find the damn key to the cage that the creature is no longer in. Sleep, takes 1 round to cast. That's why it's doing a little dance.
okay, yeah, it's gotta wait till its next turn. Can I use a standard to close the door?
Yep. Move to close the door.
I'll double move and use the second move to close the door.
Yeah, so you used a move to command your thing to follow you, it came outside, and then you close the door, and you glance at the spell. Okay, so you're done. Unless you take any, free actions to whip out wands or anything like that. The sleep spell goes off. Well, Yargan's been at this for a long time. He's got some levels. He has 6 hit dice. Matt, because you helped up the Fae, give me a 2d4 to see how many hit dice worth of creatures does the the Tooth Fairy
2d4.
affect.
2d4. Boom! 2.
Okay.
So nothing.
Yeah, sleep spell goes off. Ferosae can see that you can see 15 feet, right? In the mist.
Yeah.
So you can see Yargan kind of he was starting to fall asleep and he goes,
Oh, that's right. You guys are fucked now. The boss is here. Where's the fucking keys?
Ferosae?
Ferosae says, crocodile on the ground and Gaedran on the ceiling. You child killer, you fairy slayer. He eats away at your soul. And evil eyes him for saving throws.
You can see.
Yeah.
You can see Gaedran. Gaedran being the boss of bosses. I'm going to roll these rolls behind the DM screen.
Fair enough.
It is very rare that... Okay.
Gaedran's on the move, right?
He seems bothered by your stare. He can't see your stare, but he seems...
I've had just enough with the witches and hags.
He whimpered for a moment and his nose started dribbling. But of course he's upside down with his weird spidery hands, so it's kind of stringing down.
You'll have no more troubles when you're dead. Right, this is the second round of Linger on the Bard song. So next round I'll have to actually spend an action.
He
to bring it back
huffs
up.
in laughter about that, and there's this knowing look and a bit of panic that crossed his face. Not about the immediate things that are going on, but something about death bothered him.
We'll have to fix that, won't we? Perhaps if I squeeze and juice enough of your kind.
And then he sniffs with practiced alacrity, he sniffs the long tendril of mucus back into his nose.
God. He had some weird kind of mucus thing going on, right?
Yeah.
So that was Ferosae. So you did. So you hexed him. That was a standard, and then you spoke, and then.
On knowledge nature, the gobblegut.
Sure.
Let me get my knowledges. Yeah, +9. That makes sense. 1d20 + 9. 26.
It is a animal intelligence crocodile. You don't think that these things are native to the surrounding wilderness of Station. However, there are rumors that imported crocodiles have been unleashed into the sewers. And this might be very well the source of it. It's an older crocodile. It's not going to get much bigger.
It's a big old animal.
And it's trained. It's trained to it. You can tell that he's handling it.
It obeys him.
Can I hear any of this? Do I know there's a giant crocodile coming out of the basement?
You close the door, and is this door closed or not?
No.
That one's open.
Okay, give me a perception check. It's 0, so it's DC 4 plus distance to hear. So it's DC 8 to hear the exact conversation, the exact pronouncements of Ferosae in the middle of combat.
Was there any mention of the crocodile before this?
14.
No, on Ferosae was quiet because I don't think she wanted to give away her position, and I don't think anyone else has yelled it. So you hear like crocodile.
I'll go ahead and take that 5-foot step.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, Manny hears crocodile, but there's a big guy who's trying to murder him with an axe. He yells to Luudo, "Other side, boss man." Manny's gonna just wind up like a baseball bat and try to slug this guy to death.
Get him, Manny! Get him!
Manny's he doesn't have power attack. There's no flank set up. There is Bard Song lingering still, so he's at a plus 11.
11. 13.
This time he kind of wallops the side of him a couple of times, and they end up kind of butting each other with the butts of their weapons, and they're kind of jostling against the wall, and their weapons are tangled, and then they get untangled, and the guy takes a swipe with the axe and keeps Manny from getting a good shot off. There's an epic battle between these two warriors going on. Maybe not so epic, it's just a battle for their lives, because their two weapons are very ferocious.
Pretty epic to those two, though.
Yes, Malbut's like,
Oh, what's going on? Anyone hurt? Are you hurt, Zephyros?
Yes, I am hurt.
okay, so well, this is the room of healing as declared by Malbut. Malbut does have this power called channel positive energy, and he's going to channel a pulse of positive energy into the room, healing everyone within 30 feet of him, including Ferosae if she's injured. Pixel, Ferosae, Zephyros all get 4 hit points back from the power of Bumpa Dumba Dumba,
Thank you, Malbut.
the many-armed god of trade, and perhaps a bit of trickery.
Is that a conversator?
Yes, from the entrance of this building that he's not supposed to raid because it is a legitimate business, or it's a business. How legitimate, you're not too sure. Gaedran.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
The source of that bluish light seems to be coming from behind Gaedran. You don't know what it is.
We've seen it before, though. Or something similar.
Yes. You saw the same bluish light on the train.
A couple of times on the train.
But where exactly is Gaedran? Gaedran is on the roof, right?
Gaedran's on the roof. He is down. He's climbing down the corner of that hallway, so he can see out the door. He can't see Zephyros, so I think Gaedran's climbing out along the roof, and now you can see him. He's along the wall above Gobblegut, and he's just sort of hanging on to the wall. You can see that as he touches surfaces, there are like webs that come out of his hands, just allow him to stick to the wall. Yeah, he's almost upside down at this point when looking at you. Is he
now within reach?
He is now within reach. He, with these evil eyes, just looks at you and smiles, and is going to, you realize that he's produced a dagger in his other hand. The dagger is dripping with something.
Ruh-roh.
And he's just going to reach out and try to poke Zephyros.
That something is probably poison.
Oh dear. Malbut, I hope you can heal me.
Yes, in contract I heal. Something I plucked from a lair. From a hut.
Oh, he rolls a natural 1.
He pokes himself? He pokes himself!
And then a nat 20.
One of those rare things that happens all the time.
He swipes out towards you, and then he brought his other hand too far away, and he had to like slap it back to the wall, and then he did the full strike. Had you not moved back, he would have poked you right in the eye. A little bit of poison spills along the ground with an audible kind of drip, and then there's this gobblegut that's trying to eat your leg. So that was Gaedran. Oh, BAB 6 means you have a second attack.
Yeah.
So he attacks again.
Bastard.
No, he moved. Fuck. So he moved out there. He's now got this dagger dripping with poison. It has not hit, so it's still got this.
Since it was through the door, it really was a move. You can't 5-foot step along the wall like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yargan finds his key.
Oh, good.
Okay. What now, fairy? It's just you and me. It's just you and me.
So it's a move. So as basically gets to there. Luudo.
Luudo.
There being here. So he found his key, and he's injured. The door is closed, and it's just plucked the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy is laughing. It looked like the Tooth Fairy restarted his song because it ended on its turn, but that was a full round casting, so it's still doing the. Let me see if they could do it again. Tooth Fairy. Nope. So on its turn, basically, it's got its pliers, and it looks like it's taking a readied action.
Yes, in the contract.
So Yargan grabbed the key and is coming at him. Luudo.
Gonna move 5.
Okay, not quite a flank yet, but getting there.
I'll be with you in a moment.
I'm gonna give him an attack.
Slicing at him as you hop over. Hop over the burnt body of the.
Bard's still up. 22.
AC 22, you hit his other leg again. Right in the calf.
Nice. 3.
3 damage.
Oh, he's still got this flaming sphere on.
Yep. Still rolling around him. Giggles.
Schmickles.
Well, Giggles is gonna move to here.
Damn it.
And take a big old swing at Manny.
How do you get around that corner, Luudo?
Me?
Yeah.
Diagonally?
Oh, it's cover, so you probably had to do acrobatics up there. What is your acrobatics?
Quite high.
Okay. I was hoping you couldn't have been there and therefore had to be here.
Plus 12.
I was hoping to retcon you into a better position.
You hopped up and you hopped down to avoid the AOL.
That makes sense. Absolutely.
And then Luudo, then he 5 steps here to back Mandreas against the wall, raises his axe high and swings in. Mandreas is in trouble because this guy hits hard. +8.
I think you guys can do him flank this time.
AC 14, that misses, however. Manny manages to throw the staff in the way and kind of dodge off to the side. A little nick on his armor. Gaedran's lambs. They're now spending this turn picking up more random stuff to throw. Looks like they don't really want to like rush in there. They're just trying to scare you guys away. Of course, there's a big elephant man blocking their way out, and they could flee, but none of them have really been threatened yet. They seem half excited, half fearful, and listening to Giggles because Giggles is kind of intimidating. They're much more familiar with Giggles' punishments than these newcomers' charms, we'll say. Zephyros, second round of your flaming sphere. I'm assuming you're taking a move action to move it in, although maybe let's not assume. You've got a crocodile trying to rip off your leg and Gaedran trying to stab you in the eye with a poison dagger.
Yeah, so the question that I have for you is if my flaming sphere moves through my square, does it touch me?
No, not unless it stops there.
Okay.
There is a limit to how far it can move in one round.
Yes, it can't get to where I am in 1 round, but it can get pretty close. If I move it from where it is right now, I can get it to about there.
Yep.
So then that means I get 1 round of using it on my enemy next up.
Let's have a look to see if you could spend another move to move it all the way in.
That's an interesting thought.
Anybody want to get a drink? It moves 30 feet per round. It doesn't say it moves at a speed of 30 feet. Okay, so you are correct.
I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do that, otherwise I'm gonna run into trouble with Gaedran and with Gobblegut here. I'm gonna need all the help I can get, even if that's just 1 extra attack. Manny has Giggles handled, does he not?
Maybe.
Maybe they're at equal damage right now.
You know what? What I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and get Manny some help. So I'm gonna move him onto Giggles again.
Okay.
Let's see if we can divide and conquer here.
So you're going to try to help Manny out so Manny can come and help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Alrighty.
So he's got to roll a 19 or above.
Oh, right, with his whopping +2.
Yeah.
6. The burning sphere goes rolling into his knees again. Oh, he just lifts up his leg a little bit, but he's just getting scorched.
So that's 3d6 plus 1 damage again. I need to confirm that's correct, right?
Yep.
I think that's right. Take that. 13 damage.
Holy shit. Okay, so he's now bloodied and quite injured. He's no longer talking or laughing, he's just roaring as flames are licking up his both sides of his armor. You can actually hear his skin sizzling inside the armor.
Manny, he is yours, I say, as I turn my attention to Gaedran, Lamb, and Gobblegut in front of me.
Okay, that was a move action.
So I can still do an attack and a gore secondary. So I'm going to do a 2-handed attack with my staff onto Gaedran.
Okay.
So that is a... I'm just trying to find... Why can I not see it now? Hold on. So my melee is +6. We've got Bard Song going still, right?
Yep.
So it's +7. 1d20 +7. I think that's all I have.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, gee, wow.
Not a critical miss.
Okay, you strike the wall instead of Gaedran. He hisses at you.
Gore him!
We're good.
Give him the tusk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to do my secondary attack, which is at +1. So it's going to be 1d20 plus what? Just +1?
Let's have a look.
Is it minus?
It's at +1 with Bard Song to be +2.
So it's 1d20 plus 2. Not much of a help, but it's something I can attempt.
Oh wait, no, you can't take a secondary attack because that's a full round.
Move action.
It's a full round
yeah,
action.
yeah.
You did a
That
move
makes
action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you tried to hit Gaedran with a staff. He's just too quick. He recoils from it, grimacing at you. Now it's the big lizard. The big lizard is chomping at your feet again.
Yep.
And it's just listening to its last command. 1d20 plus 5. AC 15.
Miss.
Is it within 5?
Yes.
Okay, an image goes down.
So I have 2 images left.
Actually, do you do the 20% mischance first? Oh, on that? I don't know. That
I think the highest level spell takes precedence, I think is the normal way of doing it.
seems reasonable. Sure.
Although
I guess if you had concealment around a corner and someone missed by 5, what would happen? Would it pop an image? I'm not sure we've ever run into this.
I think both apply.
Yeah.
No, it gets it.
Yeah.
Which is helpful to you guys in the long run. It will make for some annoying fights.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I
big
care
wizard
about
miss.
Zephyros,
Yep.
but I really care about those magical duplicates of Zephyros.
The creature, because it didn't move this turn, does get its secondary attack. Its tail comes whipping out again, or whipping out. Its secondary attack is at -5, so only +0. AC 5 misses everything completely. So
Yeah.
it ends up kind of slapping the side of the doorway as it's forcing its way through. The professor.
Question. In order to cast auditory hallucination on a target, do I have to have line of sight, or
Normally, when you target creatures, you need to see them. Yes.
Ooh. It's gonna be tough. We'll see what we can do. I will move the. This guy's gonna double move.
It's one creature per level. No two of which can be more than 30 feet apart.
And then I'll take my double move. Oops. And I should still be in range to keep him up. Yes.
Okay, you're moving around the building on the outside.
Yes.
Very calmly.
You can see a couple of like a couple of people, a couple of garbage pickers in like rags. They're leaning on their picking staves and just glancing over to the front of the building.
Hello there.
Like they're way off, but they notice that something's going on. A bunch of people running into the slurry.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Plek. And he casts a spell and turns invisible.
Oh, it's gonna be fun for everybody.
Oh yes. Nothing can go wrong with this.
And then he's going to fly off into the room somewhere. Ferosae.
Sight out of mind.
Yep.
Ferosae is going to take that 5-foot step back and restart Bard Song.
Okay.
Well, the move action, she'll go ahead and pull out her whip as well.
Okay. What is Bardsong singing?
Bard Song is pipes.
Pipes?
Foul music, fairies. I've had just about enough of your kind, says Gaedran.
Many.
It'll all be over soon.
I feel like Manny wants to finish this guy off.
Yeah, after he's getting burned, he's gonna take a wild swing. He's gonna 5-foot step this way to help Luudo out, as you guys are playing chess with move actions. And Manny's attack is plus. Wait, is he? It's Manny, then Luudo. Manny's gonna ready his attack.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to attack if Luudo doesn't drop him.
Okay.
He's kind of ting ting.
Going the other way, I'd have to do acrobatics check, right?
Malbut.
You pretty much want to go to right
Are
there.
you still injured?
Oh, I thought I had.
Yes, I am still injured, Melbut. I need
Then
more
it'll be
help.
right across.
Okay. Malbut
Be the
can't exclude people he can't see, although his healing aura doesn't go that far. So he is going to just basically channel positive energy, and the energy reaches Zephyros and heals you for 3 damage.
Thank you, Melbut.
Ah, do not thank me. Thank your wisdom for signing such contract, and thank Baba Dumba Dumba, our lord and inspirer of contracts.
He is a good one. I follow Bubba Dubba Dumba as well. So Zephyros is stuck on 3 damage now.
I've seen the face of gods.
And I found them lacking, says Gaedran, as he's going to stab Zephyros. AC 18.
Bar